Hey guys, my name is Marcus Dawes with Austin Stone Worship, and this past Sunday I was leading worship at one of our campuses, and it was one of the best Sundays that I've ever been a part of. And I really couldn't understand why. I can attribute it to, it could be attributed to a number of things. It could have been the weather, it could have been the amount of people that were there, it could have been the song choice, the sermon. Who knows? I couldn't tell you. But Monday comes right after every Sunday, and as I'm reflecting about the Sunday that we had and just how good it felt and how good it was, it got me thinking, should I prep for this coming Sunday in the same way I prepped for the last Sunday? Should I do the same sort of flow for this coming Sunday as I did the last Sunday? And then it really struck a chord with me of, you know what? Do our people even care about that? I don't know if they do or not. I don't know if they're necessarily thinking how good Sunday was and is next Sunday going to be as great as this Sunday. And it might not have even been good for them. Who knows? But for me it was. And then it dawned on me, I need to be thinking about my people throughout the week. What are they thinking of throughout the week? And am I pastoring them well throughout the week, or am I just caring about how I pastor them on Sundays? And so I wrote down 3 things that have been good for me, good reminders for me, to make sure I'm shepherding the people I lead on a Sunday basis very good on a weekly basis, on a day-to-day basis. And so 3 things that have helped me do that well is, 1, after every service that I lead, I try to get in front of the platform and stand there. Normally we'll have a prayer time for people to come and pray with some of our prayer team, our elders, some people on staff. And so I'll make sure that I get down there. And there's Sundays that nobody comes to me. And if that's the case, then I'll purposefully try to go find them and introduce myself to them and try to get to know them. And what that does is it stirs on a conversation which might lead to coffee later that week, or a lunch in a couple of weeks, or whatever. But it allows me an opportunity and them an opportunity for us to get to know each other. And that has happened over the course of my time here at Austin Stone, and it's helped me get to know our people better and pastor them well on a weekly basis, not just on Sunday mornings. The other thing that's helped me is I try to be at events that our church puts on that have nothing to do with Austin Stone Worship. For instance, last year, our kids ministry put on an event. It was a daddy-daughter dance, and I made every excuse not to go. I would love to take my daughter out on a date any day, and I would do it right now if I could. But at that time, I just didn't want to do it. I tried to make up every excuse not to go. Well, I ended up going. I had a great time with my daughter, but what I noticed was it connected me with other men in our church. It connected me with other men that were there with their daughters at the daddy-daughter dance. And all that did was it allowed them to see me in an element outside of leading them in worship. And so we had conversation. I built relationships just because of that one event. So if there's any events that your church puts on, try to be there, try to attend and get to know your people outside of something that you're having to lead at or having to oversee. The third thing that's helped me is having people over for dinner. This week, actually, we're going to have a family over, a couple of families over, and we're going to cook the things they love. We're going to have the drinks their favorite drinks, their favorite desserts, and we've planned with intentionality, and we want to get to know them. We're strategically planning the night at our house and setting it up in a way that allows us to get to know them better and them to get to know us better. And then the fourth thing I would say is pray with your people. Any chance you get, pray with your people. And so if that's going down front, like I said, after service, if that's over coffee, stop and say, man, let me pray for you. And I believe all these things are very important and very vital for us as worship leaders, because what it does is it allows us to lead. It gives us an opportunity to lead without a guitar on our back and a mic in front of our face. And it takes us from just being a worship leader to their pastor.